Hi, I'm Gauri. I hope you are doing great. Today we are going to dive into Flask, a powerful web framework in Python. Let's get started. Let's look what is Flask. So by searching in the Google Flask, we can see the official website of the Flask. So by going to this page, we can see that all the details, how to do the user guide, how to install quick start, the tutorial template, how to handle the application error, everything that are given how to do in the Flask, they are explained in this official page of the Flask. So now let's look what is Flask. So Flask is a lightweight WSGG web application framework. It's designed to make and getting started quick, easy with the ability to scale complex application. So here it is mentioned that a Flask is a lightweight WSGG web application framework. So what is meant by lightweight in this described? So now let's look what is Flask being described as a lightweight WSGG web application. So in this Flask is a minimalistic and modular. It provides only the essential component to build an application, web application. So allowing developer to add features and need using the extension. So it makes highly flexible and easy to customize. So in this the lightweight means that we can do the program like a highly flexible and easy to customize. That means we can do the content in an easy and efficient way without any complexity. So that is meant by the lightweight in the Flask. So WSGG means that the web server gateway interface. So it acts as it is an interface between the server and the Python application. So it acts as a bridge between the web server and the Python web application. So the Flask is like a WSGI complement framework which meet at a bridge between your web server and the web application. And the web application framework means that a framework like a Flask provides tools and library to simplify the common web application development tasks such as routing, handling requests, entering template. So these all things we can do in an easy way by giving the framework means which is already providing the Flask providing the tools and the libraries which is essential to do a program or a task like a routing handling. So by using the Flask as a framework, we can do this task in an easy way without any complexity. So Flask is a lightweight and easy to use web frame application for Python. It helps you to create web application quickly by providing tool for routing, template and handling requests. So Flask is a flexible, so you can add features as needed, making it great for the beginners and small project. So I think now you understand what is the basic Flask. So Flask is nothing much. It is a framework to do for a Python, or you can see that think as a framework Flask act as a backend in the Python. So what the things to work, how to do the all the tools, template, routing, all the things are there in the Flask. We can do a Flask program. So firstly we had to create a new folder. You can give any name. I am given Flask demo. So I am doing with using Visual Studio, or you can do using a PyCharm or any other application. So I am doing using Visual Studio Code. We can open that folder that we now created by using open folder Flask demo. We can select that folder. So we have a folder that we created came. Now we can create a new file for it. I'm naming it as app.py. So here we got our file. So before doing a Flask program, we have to install the Flask. So for that we have a code that is pip install Flask. So I already installed the Flask. So it will show that requirement already satisfied. If you do not download, you can download by using this code. Now we can go to the program. Now we are going to do a program that to return hello world, that we can that will show the hello world we are going to type. So for that, from Flask, here we are giving the small letter Flask. then import capital F Flask, capital letter Flask. Then we are going to give app Flask underscore name. So here we can use any name. So I'm just giving any variable name. I'm just giving the app as the variable name. Then I'm giving how to route. So for that, app.route. Then we are giving in a single quote, we are giving a backslash. So in the URL, the backslash, this is the area where we will our output will show. So I'm just giving the backslash. So next we are going to give the function. So this diff home function, and then we are going to return what we want to give here, hello world. So this is going to return here. So we are given what you want to return, what we want to return, we have given. So we are going to run the program. Before that we have to give the run function, that is by giving this only we can run, that is by double underscore main colon. Then we are going to app.run function. Here we are giving debug equal to true. If you didn't given here debug is equal to true, after every change we have given in the program, in the code, we have to again type the program. Instead of that we can give here debug is equal to true. So now we can run our program. For that you can also by giving this here in the output file, there will be our URL come, or instead of that we can also give in the terminal, you can give that the Python app.py. This is the app.py, the name I given here. File name, what is your file name, we have to give according to that. If it is instead of this app it is demo, you have to give Python demo.py. So after giving the file name, you enter. Here also you can see the URL. By clicking following the URL, we can see our output here. So this is how we will give our hello world by using the Flask. I hope you understand how to do a program by using the Flask. So I hope you understand this hello world program. So I told that here I given the route, it is as a backslash. So by giving the backslash, so in this the URL, it will see that this is the URL link, this is the code we have given. So here we can see in the backslash area we return a hello world. Now we can do we can give any other names behind this, and we can see what are the how it is coming, we can check. So this is an example of that that code, how we are giving the URL name. So here we given the backslash, so it means that the www.website.com backslash, which means you directly go to the front page of the URL of the website where you are giving. So by giving the backslash about here, it will go to the page where the, if you are giving the backslash about here, it will go to the page where the backslash about, not to the single backslash. It will only go to the page where it is a backslash about is there, like that it is given like product product laptop. So what if we are giving the name URL name here, it is the only. So by using this we can do one program. So here we can give, here can change this as a, this is my home page, this is my home page, and we can create in other page other code also by using, where we can see we can give two code where we can see the two output, by one is a single slash and one is that slash about. So for that we can give the code that is same as app dot route. We are giving here what we want about, so we are giving the about here. Then we are giving the function that is diff about function. Then we can return what we want to show in that page, we have to return here. that is, this is my about page. So by giving this code, we given here what we want to return in the about page. We have given that what we want to return in the backslash page. So we can run this code now. So we given the code. Now we can run the code. For that you can give here by using the terminal. We can give python app.py. It is not necessary we have to give we have to type this code. Also we can give by using this run. We can give this given, so we will get that URL, so we can follow that link. So here we can see this, the home page we given, that is the backslash we given, we will got the home page. So we want to see that how the about page will look like, so we have to give that backslash about. So here we can give about backslash about. By giving enter, we reach the page we given. This is my about page. So this is how it works by giving the backslash. If you want to create any other page also like this, you can give like this. We can give any changes here, that we can give the name product, or any page you want to, like index, contact, any page you can give. Here you can give this is my product page. So by running the code, here we will get, we can see by running the code we can get the output. But there is an error showing that sorry, here I didn't change the name. Here we want to give what is the URL we are giving. So we given the function name as product. Now we can run the code. So now we can run the code. Here we can see the follow link. Now we can see this is the home page where we given without any backslash or anything in the backslash after backslash. Now we can look what is the about here, that is backslash about. It will go to the my about page. Now we can see what is in the product. So instead of this about, we have to give product. So we reach our product page. So this is how it is going to one page to another, that is from by giving this app.route to the URL where we are giving the name, and we are defining the function, and we are returning what to be want to go to a page. So this is how it is going from one page to another. So I hope you understand this code and this program. So now let's look the key features of the Flask. So first one is lightweight and minimalistic. So lightweight and minimalistic, which means the Flask is a micro framework, meaning that it has a simple core and let us you add extension as needed. This make it flexible and easy to use. So this means that a Flask has a small core with only essential feature. That means that lightweight in the Flask. So it relay the external libraries and extension for additional functionalities, that we can add the extension as we needed, like database handling or authentication, and this make it fast and consume fewer resources. And also the minimalistic means that the Flask provides a simple, straightforward way to build a web application, that the framework doesn't enforce any structure of tool, giving developer the freedom to organize code their way. So this is what the lightweight and minimalistic of the feature means. Now let's look what the second feature of the Flask, which is built-in development server and debugger. That is come in with the built-in that server for quick testing and debugging. They come with the built-in server for quick testing and debugging, and the debugger provides a detailed error message for easy troubleshooting. That which means that if any error is that happen in the code, that the code that in the server only or the debugging will show what is the error, that then it will help to debug the by providing the detailed error of the message and easy for us to troubleshoot. So this is what mean by the built-in development and the server and the debugger. So the third one is routing. Routing, which means that we have seen in the code that about the hello world, we can see that there is a @app route, which it occurs they allow you to define the route easily. So by giving this code that app is a dot route, that allow you to define the route easily. So by giving that, we can how the Flask map the URL to specific function in the your application. So by defining that the app.route echo, it will help us to Flask, it can know where the URL map to. So it support the dynamic URL parameter for the building dynamic web apps. So by accessing that, we can go to and we can get the output where we given. So this is for that we use and that the app.route. So the third point is requesting and the response handling. So request and response handle means providing a tool and to handle HTTP requests like get, post, and the response make it simple to interact with the client data. So which means that the Flask simplify handling the HTTP request and creating a response. And the request object let you access the client data like the data query parameters. So by using the request and the response handling, the request and the response handling, the Flask help us to simplify the handling the request and the response object. So we can easily get the client access and that data they are asking for. Then the fifth one is static file handling. Static file handling means that easily server static file like CSS, JavaScript and image, which means that the Flask can serve a static file like a CSS, JavaScript and image from the static dictionary. So static file are accessible way by giving the static file name. So for this we have to create a extra file called for this HTML we have to create a file called terminal, and for the static we have to create a separate file for this CSS, JavaScript and image. So the next one is flexibility. That is, flexibility means the Flask does not impose any specific project structure or additional features that allowing developer to build their application their way. So the main flexibility or the main use of the Flask is the flexibility that according to the developer what all the additional features they need, or any there is no specific structure for the Flask, so they can use according to their customized features. That Flask is highly flexible, doesn't impose specific structure or tools on developer. So you can add only the features you need using the extension like libraries. So you can structure a small project in a single file or use a modular approach for a large application. So flexibility, static file handling, request response handling, routing, built-in development server and debugger, and lightweight and minimalistic. So these 6 are the main features of the Flask. I hope you now have a clear understanding of basic of Flask, including creating a simple hello world program and routing different pages and exploring the key features of Flask. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more videos, and do not forget to share, subscribe and like. Stay tuned for next video. Bye.